Hello guys, today in class we review the present perfect and we made this activity, okay? It's a kind of survey in which I ask some of you some of these questions, okay? For example, I asked Raul, have you visited Disneyland? And he said, no, I haven't. I also asked Gio, Gio, if have you visited Disneyland? Or I asked Jamilet if she has visited Bosque Mágico or Bosque Trágico. Also, I asked Stephanie Zúñiga if she had gone to Sesame Street, o sea, Plaza Sésamo, and she said that she hasn't gone. Okay. I also asked who has won a football match, and Adriana or Perla said that her brother had won something in a football match. I also asked Raúl if he has driven a racing car, and he said that he hasn't. Remember, Raúl, that I asked you, have you driven a Ferrari? And you said not for the moment, not yet. Then I asked some of you if you already have failed a math test, and Devani said that nope, that she hasn't failed any math test, and other kind of test. Also, I asked some of you. Also, I asked if you have won a school prize. I remember that Devani said something to be in a school band, that she won a school prize or something like that. Then I asked if you have been to London, and you said no. Or if you have been to Cancun, some of you said yes. I also asked if you have been to USA, and Stephanie said that she has been in USA. Okay. Also, I asked if you have met a famous person, and I don't know if Melissa or Adri said that they have met somebody like a soccer player or something like that. So we make this activity using have you or has she, okay, to work with have you with the present perfect, okay. Remember that ever, okay, is to make a question de si alguna vez, okay, have you ever seen a ghost, for example, alguna vez has visto un fantasma, have you ever seen a UFO, alguna vez has visto un objeto volador. And never with N, never refers to something in negative. For example, you can say, no, I've never seen a UFO. Nunca he visto un ovni. If we are using already, okay, it's to say something that you already done. O sea, el ya. Yes, I've already done the homework. Ya hice la tarea o ya he hecho la tarea. Just es justo, just on time, justo a tiempo, ¿ok? No que si alguien es justo, no se trata de eso. Sí, el just es algo de justo, que acaba de pasar algo. Y yet is to work with something in negative. Okay, I haven't done the homework yet. Okay, also yet, of course, goes at the end. Okay, and for negative statements. And if you are working with for and since, remember that for is for minutes, for hours, okay? But since is to work with a specific date, a specific year, okay? Since 1995, since 2013, since last Christmas, okay? So if you are going to work with present perfect, remember that we can have those adverbs like already, just, yet, ever, never, since, and for. Then we talk about the present perfect continuous, okay? Talking about the present perfect continuous is to talking about an action that of course also is with have or has, okay? But we're going to use being always to be, but in past participle, it been, and the principal action is going to be with ing, okay? So have is for plural, has is for singular, being is for all the statements being, and the action with ing is with all the statements. Remember that the ing works with the verb to be in present, in past, or in past participle. In this case, we're going to use the past participle of the verb to be, being, okay? So we have here a situation, we have here a picture, okay, in which we said that they were maybe two girls that are living here in this room, in this untidy room, in this messy. And then we said some information. For example, we said that they have been doing some homework in the computer because there is a computer. Or maybe they have been studying for the exam because there are some books, some English books. Or maybe they have been watching the TV because we have a TV there. It's an old one, but it's functioning, so it's a TV. Or maybe they have been disorganized in the room because we have a mess here, right? Or maybe the girls have been taking some pictures, okay, because we have a photo. Or maybe the girls have been looking some words in the French dictionary because we have a French dictionary. Now, in the negative way, we said that they haven't, of course, they haven't been cleaning their room. We can see the terrible mess that we have here. They haven't been sleeping on the beds because they are totally full of things, clothes and a hair dryer and sweaters, etc. So we can say that they haven't been cleaning, they haven't been sleeping on the bed. And we made a question. Have the girls been cleaning the room? Of course they don't. I'm sorry, of course they haven't. If you ask with have, you have to answer with have. If you ask with has, the same. You have to answer with has. Okay? So for now we are working with this auxiliary, okay? Have or has. Okay? Then well, we have the information of this activity, okay, the grammar information that we also saw in the class, okay. So we have that the present perfect progressive, okay. We're going to use the present perfect progressive to talk about a continuous or repeated action that begins in the past and continues up to the present, okay. And well, let's see some examples. Betty and Joe are plural, so we're going to work with have. Betty and Joe have been working all night, so they're exhausted. Ted, I have been telling you to make your bed for 2 hours. Remember that have also works with I. Okay, so for the affirmative statement, we need the subject, the pronoun, or the name, and then have or has. Have is plural, has for singular, and then being, okay, always been to make the statement perfect, and then any action is going to be with ing. I've been sitting here for an hour. She's, that is the same as she has. She's been hiding in the garage, okay? Remember, this is a statement in affirmative. Now for negative, well, for negative, instead of using have or has, we're going to use haven't or hasn't, or have not or has not, and the rest stays the same. You have not been working all week, or you haven't been working. He has not or he hasn't been living here very long, okay? So remember that first we need the pronoun or the name. Second step, have or has. Third step, been. And then fourth step, the action with ing, and the complement. If it is negative, well, the negative always goes in the auxiliary. In this case, we're also working with have or has, okay? Now, we were saying that we can work with expressions like for or since, okay, to talk about time. So for and since are used with the present perfect progressive in the same way as in present perfect. For example, they have been studying French for 3 years. Remember that for in Spanish is por o para, but in this case we're going to use it por. And for years, for hours, for minutes, okay, for 3 years, por 3 años. O she has been living here since 1987. Since works with the dates, with a specific date, okay? So you have to remember this. Now let's see more information about the present perfect continuous, okay? So we said that in affirmative we need the subject, the name or the pronoun, plus have or has, plus been, plus the past, the action with ing. Okay. For negative, again, pronoun, name or subject plus have or has. Of course, the negative goes in the auxiliary, haven't or hasn't, plus been, plus the action with ing. For interrogative, remember that questions begin with the auxiliary, have or has. Okay? Plus the pronoun name or subject, plus been, plus the ing of the action. Okay? It says here that the usage of the present perfect continuous, for example, is for long actions that started in the past and continue until now. I have been living in Ireland for almost 4 years. Or for recent actions that have clear evidence or results. Her eyes are red because she has been crying all evening. So we have the evidence that like she was crying, okay? That's why the eyes are red, are kind of irritated, right? And for typically used for shorter or more temporary situations, for example, have they been learning English for years? Yes, they have, okay? And for negative, well, here we have a very clear example. For I, you, we, and they, we're going to work with have or have not. I'm sorry, with have not or haven't. And then been, for all the statements, positive, negative questions, we're going to work with been. And the action, the principal action is going to be with ing. And if it is a singular noun, name, or pronoun, like he, she, or it, we're going to use has or hasn't. And also been plus the action with ing, okay? And we can have here some examples that we're going to review tomorrow, or that we're going to work with another examples tomorrow. For example, we have, what have you been doing lately? I've been painting my room, or I've been teaching English, or my parents haven't been going out because of the pandemic, okay? So we're going to review this situation tomorrow, okay? Also, we can make some practice, okay, on the English discoveries, okay? For example, well, remember that we are on lesson 4, unit 2, okay? Lesson 4, unit 2. And it says here as an example, who's that man? He has been standing there for an hour. I don't know. I've been watching him too. I think he's strange. Now let's work with some exercises. It says, do you know why Bob wants to sell his car? So what can we say? He what? He has, okay? He has been having a lot of trouble with it recently. He has, because it's singular, and then after have or has, we need been, and then the action with ing, okay? Let's work with another one. Your Spanish has really improved. Have you, it's plural, have you what? Have you been taking lessons? Are taking it could be right, but it's not it's not present progressive. We're talking about present perfect progressive, okay? So have you been taking lessons? Okay. Let's see another one. It says, I haven't seen Mr. Collins. Is he here? He's in his office. His phone rang an hour ago. And he what? He has talked? No, because talk is simple past. He has been talking on the phone since then. Okay, let's see another one. The Lorraine sisters are plural. So we need to use have been entertaining people for 16 years and they are still popular. Okay, let's see the last one. It says that I saw Paul with Anne yesterday. Is she his new girlfriend? Yes, they what? It's negative. They haven't been dating very long. They only met a month ago. Okay. So please, if you are working on the English Scores platform, remember that tomorrow we have 1 hour of lab class. So please remember this. And at 9, we're going to connect to review this statement, okay, make some exercises. And then we're going to talk about English, studying abroad, okay, studying exchange program. Well, if you have any comments or problems, doubts, please let me know.